Hi everybody, Seth here with the After Effects introduction and tutorial. I'm starting a new series about Adobe After Effects, and I'm pretty much going to bring tutorials, and I'm almost going to teach a course on Adobe After Effects. So if you're just learning how to use it, you need to use it for a school project, you need to use it for a school course, anything like that you need to use it for. I mean, or if you want to start making a family home video, like a video scrapbook, since everything's coming in the technological world now. You got it as a present. I'm planning on going to school for it, whatever. I'm pretty much going to try to cover everything as I go through this whole series. If that sounds good to you, pause the video, go subscribe to the channel, because that's what's going to come after with these videos. More and more. I'll throw in some more difficult tutorials in there along the way to test your progress if you want to. Try something that's harder. You feel like you know the program enough to go in there and try something that's harder. That's pretty much how I learned. I'm self-taught. Watched a couple tutorials here and there, but I'm pretty much self-taught, and I did take a couple classes on it. So let's get into the software itself and what you need to run it. You need a fairly decent computer. You need at least a 64-bit computer now for After Effects CS5, but you could run CS4 on a 32-bit computer. Most computers these days are 64-bit, like the last year and two are 64-bit. High-end machines going back like 5 years are 64-bit. But I mean, you can run the CS4 on an older computer, no problem. This is CS5, but you shouldn't have any difficulty finding and running it. I'm on a Mac right now. They make it for Mac and Windows, if you're not sure. I have a 2011 MacBook Pro. I have no issues running it, of course. It's not that extensive. It depends how much stuff you're actually going to be doing in it, how much editing you're going to be adding to your videos, and all that good stuff. So anyway, let's get started. I'll give you a quick overview of everything that you need to know, and we'll get into that. So your main toolbars up here, your opening, your saving, your importing, all there. Your copy and pasting, your splitting to cut clips up. Your composition, or another word for your video. That's everything that's put together into a composition. When you put multiple videos together, like most likely you're going to be doing, like, say, a video from California and New York, and you want to put them into one video. It's pretty much considered your composition. And then layer. Layer every clip that you put into a video. Say you have a clip from New York, California, and Florida. Those are all, each one is considered a layer. It's individual layer, which you can edit itself with the effects, different colors, stuff like that, make it blurry, black and white, all that. Animation, that's like making text move across the screen, or making an object that's not originally there be there. And then view, that's just zooming in, zooming out. Don't really use that, but you might, I don't know. Your window, that's pretty much all these boxes you see around. Right now I have it on the default. It's the standard workspace, as it's called, but you can load up certain ones if you're doing certain things. And then the help, After Effects is a pretty good help section on here. Keyboard shortcuts and stuff like that. It's good to look in there, but pretty much going to be going over everything. But if you have problems, you can check that out if you want. Okay, let's put two clips together right now. We're going to put two clips together, put a simple text on the screen. Let's just refer to this as a family vacation. Okay, now to put in clips into the final video, you want to go to File, Import. Let's say multiple files, because we're going to import two. So let's say these are totally irrelevant. These are just stock videos. So let's say we want clouds in it, or let's say New York, our video from New York. So import that, and then it'll come up again. And let's say we want our video from Florida, or international cache, as this is called. So we'll open that up. Just hit cancel when you're done importing. Now you have two videos here. So what you want to do is you want to take your video, drag it down here over this button. This is your composition. It creates a new composition. Now if this is gonna make a composition of the length of that video, so in this case about 30 some seconds, about 37, it looks like 38 seconds. Now if you want to change what that is, you can right click on international cache, go to composition settings, and change the duration. So let's change it to 1 minute and 37 so we have some space to work with. So let's hit OK. So now you can drag along the scroll bar down here, drags you along your project. And now this down here, it changes the timeline scale. So if you want to zoom in real far into your timeline or real far out, that's what you would use for that. So let's zoom in to about there. Now let's go here and drag this along so we can see where we want to stop the clip. So now if you want to play your clip in here and want to look at what happens, you can just hit the space bar on your keyboard and it'll just play through. And let's say, well, that looks like a good place to stop in our video. Say there something goes black there, or we just don't want anything past that. So we'll just hit edit. Make sure you're clicked onto this, and make sure the bar's where you want it to be, where you want the video to stop, in that special position. So then you want to go to edit, split layer. Now you have two separate videos here. One is the video after that point, and one's before it. So we want to get rid of all the video after it. So just hit delete, and now it's gone. And now let's say we want the video from Florida or wherever I said this was from, or in this case clouds, and we want to put that clip at the end of this clip. So all I want to do is drag it, bring it to the end, and hold shift when you get near the end of it, and it'll almost act like a magnet and magnetize onto the end of it. So now we have this clip and this clip right back to back. So let's hit play here and make sure see it switches right to it. So it's a nice clip. But see this black space you get here? Say you don't want that. So just drag this clip over a little more. And now there shouldn't be any black. It goes right to it. So if you look, this clip, it pretty much it'll start right away now, since part of it's behind this one. Okay, now let's go back to the beginning of this clip, and let's say you want to label where this was. So you want to go up here, and you want to click on the text tool. Let's just click down here, and let's type in cache, or New York, whatever the case is for you. And now you have that typed in. You can go over here, and you can change the size of it right here by clicking on that and dragging it and all that stuff, and it's actually not working for me. I don't know why. There we go. You can double click it and you can change it, let's say like 89 or something like that. And you can also change the type of text. I'm going to keep it Bank Gothic. And you can also change the color over here if it's a dark background and you want white, or a light color and you want black or red, anything of that. So I'm just going to keep it white because that looks nice. So then just click off that layer for right now, and then you don't want it in that position most likely. So just click back on cache, go to your selection tool, which is this, that looks like the mouse. Let's drag it down here. Let's say we want it in the corner. Okay, now we only want that to show up for, let's say, 5 seconds in the clip. So let's zoom in so we can see the tick marks on the time scale. Let's go to about 5 seconds. Now we're going to split this like we would split a normal clip. We're going to go to edit, split layer, and we don't want this part of it. So just hit delete, and there we go. Now let's say we want one right here when it splits, right before it splits, right there. So let's add another text, and let's call this one clouds. So now what you want to do is, now that you have that, I moved that a different way. But now that you have that, just click off it, go to your selection tool, click on clouds, and you can drag it around. And actually, let's put it up here this time. And now we didn't move the time marker at all, so let's split it, edit split layer. And since this is a short clip, let's say we only want it like 2 seconds long. So let's zoom in and go about 2 seconds into the future. Click that clip again, hit edit, split layer, and delete that part. Let's zoom out to see our overall project. And now let's quick run through our project, make sure it looks good. Click in the beginning, hit spacebar. Now it runs through it. It's looking all good where the text is. It goes off when it's supposed to. Now let's check it up here. Hit spacebar, it'll play that part of the video. Switches over with the clouds. Looks pretty good. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to save it so we can put it on a DVD or upload it to YouTube or something, and we can't do it straight from here. Now to save it, it's a process called rendering. So what you want to do is you want to zoom out to the end, and we have all this extra space here which we don't want. So you're going to go and you're going to click here. This is called your work area, what this is in, or the area that's going to render for you. So let's just put it onto the end of this, hold shift, and it'll like magnetize onto the end like we did with the clips. So now let's go to then we go to composition, add to render queue. Now everyone's render settings are going to be different. Depends what you're rendering for, and rendering to, and what kind of system you're rendering on. It gets tricky here, but if you're working on a Mac, on a Windows, there's going to be an option called AVI, which I would suggest on a Windows machine. Or on this one, QuickTime, let's go to Format Options. After that, go to H.264. I find that the best. And now if you have audio in those videos, you want to make sure you click Audio Output, or else the audio won't come with it. So then just hit OK. Now Output 2, let's say we want it to desktop. So the desktop selected, and let's say we want to just call it sample video. Then hit save, and then you just want to hit the render button. So now what it's doing is it's putting it all into one file. So you just can play that file and upload it to YouTube, put it on a DVD, something like that. Sorry if this tutorial was long or this introduction was long. I just want you guys to be able to know what you're doing when you go in and do this for my further tutorials. So I'll just minimize this, and there it is on my desktop. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that you want to bring to my attention, anything that I did wrong you feel, the way I spoke, if I repeated myself too much, let me know. Give the video a like, subscribe to get more tutorials like this. And if you have a tutorial request, comment. If you have a question, post in the comments. I promise you I'll get to it. Or you can send me a private message if you don't want to ask it out loud. If you'd like me to edit something for you, I can do that. I mean, if you want me to edit a video for you, just let me know. We'll see what it is, and I'll see what I can do. Or I just can help you along privately if you'd like. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.